Welcome to Awaken Together with Christina. All right, and today I would like to do a modified version of the Donna Eden energy, daily energy routine, with just a few modifications to help with relieving stress, to activate the radiant circuits, also known as the strange flows and the extraordinary vessels, and then as well as protecting our energy. So we just want to do all these things to de-stress, get our energy flowing in the right direction, revitalize us, and help us to have a healthy, happy life. I am going to do each of these exercises one time, but I recommend that you do these exercises 3 times. So you could either stop the video as the exercise goes and do them 3 in a row, or you can just watch the video 3 times. Whatever you prefer. But if you only have time to watch it 1 go around or 2 go arounds, that's definitely better. Or even half of a go around, a third of a video. That's better than nothing. So do what you can, and then let that be enough. Okay? So we're going to start out with expelling ventum. And we're going to put our hands into fist. We're going to put them out in front of us. Then we're just going to swing them up and take a breath. And then we're going to slowly bring them down, letting the air out. Open our hands. And push it down into the earth. It's basically, you can literally put whatever is bothering you, making you angry, upset, worried, stressed, into your hands. Breathe up. And release it into the earth. Let's do that one more time. Sorry, I said I was only going to do that once. Next is the 4 thumps. So you want to start the 4 thumps right here on this bone under your eye in the middle. I like to use 2 fingers just to make sure that I'm getting that point. You don't have to be exact, So breathe, and let's just very lightly tap on these points. The next thump is called the K27. So you see this bone, this little collar bone right here. You want to go down about 1 inch, and then you just want to tap right there. I like to use my whole hand just to make sure that I'm getting that point. And this tap, or you can rub, or do figure 8s, because the weaving pattern is awesome for reconnecting your energies. And then just breathe. Next we're going through the thymus. This is right here in the middle, a little bit above where the breasts are. You can always feel like an indent right there. And we're just going to tap and breathe. Again, you can tap, you can rub, you can do some figure 8s. And breathe. And then the next thump of these 4 is the spleen point. And we're just going to tap right here, basically where the bra line is. And again, you can rub. I like to do figure 8s. And you can tap. And this is great for metabolizing, to removing toxins and speeding up your metabolism, removing all emotions that no longer serve. This helps to get all that out. I'm going to do the homo cross craw. So this, I'm just going to kind of march in place, exaggerated march We're going to do this a good 10, 15 times for each side. Really get it going. You always want to do this K27 before you do this homo march, because if you don't, and your energies are going backwards and you do this, this could literally drain your energy. So if you're ever walking and you're feeling drained, more drained, just stop and take a few minutes and at this point, and then just breathe. It'll help you. Okay, and now we're going to cross over. We're going to hang on our shoulders right here and let's bring it down. Bring it down to the opposite hip. Just hang on that shoulder for just a second. Breathe. Make sure your knees are slightly bent. Okay, and now we're going to move into the cross crawl. So another just crossing movement to cross, to integrate our energies and to bring our left and right hemispheres of our brains together, believe it or not. Helps us to be more coordinated. So if you're into sports and your sport needs balance, this is excellent. You definitely want to use your whole brain while you're out there. Just got to think about strategy, right? Yeah. So this is excellent. Okay. Moving on to the Wayne Cook posture, and we're going to do this one standing up. So we cross our ankles, and then we're going to take one hand, basically take your hands and flip them around like this, grasp them together, and then bring them up. Make sure your knees aren't locked, make sure they're slightly bent, and breathe. This exercise literally helps people to stop stuttering. Let's breathe. Bring those left and right hemispheres together. Help us to think clear. Now, switch your legs, go this way, and bring your hands facing together this time and up. So whatever way your hands were, make it the opposite this time basically. And breathe, make sure those knees are slightly bent. We're going to come up, undo our feet, put your hands together like a pyramid. We're going to put the thumbs right on our third eye, our sixth chakra, and we're going to breathe. Bringing that left and right hemisphere exercise right into our consciousness, anchoring it in. Moving into the crown pull. So put your fingers right here and then indent them in, just push in just a little bit, and then drag your temples slightly up further on your head, and push in, drag, push in, drag, push in, drag. And you're breathing. This is excellent for stress, for headaches. Let's hang on those shoulders for just a second and bring it down to our heart. Very nice. Coming up to the hookup, you want to take one finger, I like to do that ring finger on both hands, right here above the belly button, and then right here on the third eye, the sixth chakra. And just push in and then push up. Again, very slightly, pulling up, pushing in and pulling up. Breathe, make sure those knees are bent. And if you worry, get stressed, the energy between these 2 points literally cut. So this brings these energies back together. Moving on to separating heaven and earth. And I like to call this one connecting heaven and earth instead of separating. So I know of other spiritual exercises that connect heaven and earth. So I like to think of this as connecting instead of separating. So anyway, you want to put your hands on your legs to ground into the earth. Hands up to prayer position. And then one hand up, one hand down. Hands are flat. Now you're going to look up. As you're going up, you're taking a breath, okay? Breathe. Hold your breath. Look up. Breathe and come back down to prayer position. Now, other hand goes up, other hand goes down. Look down. Breathe and then hold your breath. Up. Okay. Now let's do it more fluidly. Up. Breathe. Hold. Down. Breathe. Look down. Breathe. Hold. Breathe up. Prayer position. Going the other way. Breathe. Hold. Now go down and just hang here for a good 2 breaths. And when we come up, we're going to weave our energy. Big figure eights coming up, weaving our energy, our auric field back together, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. When we get to the top, we're going to turn our hands and come down. This next point is the Ming Min point, which will help you to reestablish that basic grid that I was talking about. So we are right along each side of the spine. We're going to put our thumbs right there at the base. We're just going to massage that space. Just a moment. You can even put our whole hands there, massage that. Get that basic grid going back. Now, hold that point, and we're going to hold the power stance, the little girl facing the bull in Times Square, right? Hold those points, and we're strong, and we're brave. We're just going to massage it with our thumbs. Hold it, breathe. Our hands down, and then we're going to come up like a U shape around our hips, down to our chakra. We don't have to touch ourselves here if we don't want to. And then come up. We're going to do some penetrating flows right here. Basically, it's just like a zip up middle meridian, and then around the breast, down to the root chakra. I'm going to do this one at least 3 times. And then as we zip up, I love, say an affirmation. I love and accept myself exactly the way I am. I'm more than enough. I'm more than worthy. I am more than worthy. And moving on to the triple warmer. This one is excellent excellent, excellent, excellent if you have anxiety, stress, worry, trauma. Okay, you want to put your hands on your eyes, take a deep breath. When you exhale, start to move your hands, dragging them across to the temples, up over the ears. We're tracing this meridian to calm down our necks. Hang on these shoulders for just a second, and down to our hearts. And we're basically just sedating that triple warmer meridian. Again, take a breath, release over the ears, breathe down on those shoulders, onto the heart. I love that one. And this next one is just so nice. It just feels so great. It's called Heaven Rushing In. And again, you want to start with your hands on your thighs. Take a breath. Into prayer position. And then when you go up, just going to open your hands. Just say thank you. Thank you. I'm open to receiving all the good that there is. Scoop it all up as much as you can. Bring it down into your heart. Thank you. And I like to put my hands crossed like this on my heart because it opens your heart. And if you're trying to ascend, you know that you need to start living with an open heart. So, this is a good one. And then I always end with a zip up because it seals in the energies and it also kind of gives you a barrier to keep the other energies out. So, just going to put our hands over our root chakra again. We're going to zip up. Again, saying an affirmation, it could be anything, whatever's best for you. I completely and totally love and accept myself just the way that I am. I am more than worthy. I am more than enough. Lock it in. Bring up. Down. And that's it. Hopefully even doing just that, even though I didn't do each one of those 3 times, I can just feel my energy raise. I literally just feel like more vitality. I'm thinking more clear, and I'm ready to tackle the day. So it's best to do it in the morning, but if you can't do it in the morning, do it anytime. Also, just wanted to mention my awesome designer orgone. I'll put a link down at the bottom, but as I am creating more and more and doing experiments, these things are just getting more beautiful, but I'm also experimenting with how it affects strength, social experiments, like placing them around kind of troubled areas like youth basketball courts and stuff like that, where there's kind of some bad stuff going on. And I'm going to do some experiments to see what happens with my orgone. So stay tuned, and I'm going to be posting stuff right here to let you know what's going on. So I'll see you next time.